How has 2020 been for Thraxas?
Alright, who wants to answer that one?
Will you say what happened, right?
So at the start of 2020, something mysterious came up. It's called COVID-19.
Let's push everything back. It's cancelled half of our gigs and it's left us just to sit around and practice and write essentially.
Today was the first time we played together for
A couple of months.
nearly 4 months, probably just over 4 months.
Just a quick shout out, our drummer had a fucking beautiful baby boy and we had a sort of a mini break for that, so...
So it sort of worked out, had COVID, so it wasn't all my fault, we weren't practicing. But yeah.
It's been pretty brutal. It's been pretty brutal, but
Yeah,
hopefully with things...
year.
hopefully with things coming about, we'll hopefully have festivals, gigs and everything else back soon, so fingers crossed.
Any hints of a upcoming album or EP or single releases in the near future?
Yeah, there's a hint,
next
that's what you
year.
get.
There's a hint. There is a hint. Yes.
Next year it's gonna happen.
Yes, next year.
It's gonna happen.
Without revealing too much, you may be getting an EP. Could get a single. Could get nothing. There'll be definitely something coming out. We guarantee it.
We think it's an EP, so...
Maybe.
So if we don't know, you just don't know.
I know you've written online about how the band formed very briefly, but do you want to tell the fans more of an in-depth version of how this band formed? But
How much time do you have?
Well, not too long, but just make an interesting side to an interesting perspective or angle on how this band formed.
Basically, really short terms. I kind of founded this when I was 12 years old, year 5 school. We did have a different lineup originally and, different bassists, guitarists, everything like that. And, that was sort of the original version, but then I know a lot of it sort of folded, things kind of moved on, we changed, and then it's been basically me and Isaac for the last 4 years, in cutting a long story short, revolving door, guitarist, bassist, but now it's kind of, we've brought it all together and this is the final piece of all of us. But throughout the years, I've been doing this for around 10 years or something, but it's just been a mix of playing at local pubs, things like that. And names always change, remain the same. I would be the original member, with him being the closest founding member to all of this now. So it's been a massive revolving door without even going into that sort of thing, but yes. So we've been around for years.
Then how did you get the name Thraxas?
Alright.
And is it from the novel series?
Yes, it is. And I actually ended up finding the book, and I really liked the book, really loved the name, and I actually emailed the author, which I believe, if I'm not wrong at the moment, is Scott Miller, and he's from Glasgow in Scotland. And I actually emailed him and told him that I really liked the name of his book and if I would be able to use it for a band. And I didn't actually expect a response or anything, but he replied to me about a day later and said, I can't grant you anything for it, but he goes, you're happy to use the name, I'd like to see how you go with it. And so that's been it ever since then.
He's
and
been disappointed
if you can
for 10
see,
years now.
as you can see, I've even got it on my skin just to kind of reiterate that point. OG.
This is mine.
Alright, and then how does this band write the music?
Alright, this one, I'll start first with this one. So basically, we throw a lot of ideas around at each other. Example, Alex throws in a part, and then, we can either end up coming up with a whole song that one of us has come up with, and then a lot of times we'll come back in and go, okay, wow, that's really awesome, we've got so many parts for that, that's really sick, we'll run with that. A lot of times it's just me throwing an idea around, Alex gets another idea, Dan gets an idea, and then we'll kind of just bring it into Isaac, show it to Isaac, and he'll just lay out
So it's
all the
it's sort of like the creation's digital though, Bull might think of something and put it on Guitar Pro and then send the file to the band and everyone looks, oh yeah mad, and then they'll add something, send it back, and then it just keeps morphing, and then I get the last bit and I'm like, oh, now the drums to it, and then sort of goes from there, and that's sort of how we write stuff.
Yeah.
So it just starts as ideas.
We bring it into the studio, we get together and then we nut out those parts and
make it there.
Make it a song.
Yeah, so there's all the ideas getting thrown around digitally, thrown here, there and everywhere. People put all their inputs in and then we form it in person.
Very influenced by a lot of stuff we see in real life, a lot of societal problems, real life sort of problems. Not too much in the fantasy realm, but more along those lines of things that you see. We sort of like to
Just
write
reality.
and sing about what's sort of close and near, something that may hold a relatable truth within your heart, or is something that's sort of very close to all of us. A lot of it sort of backdates to a lot of my influences, a lot of Egyptian style sort of culture and things like that. Sort of all the old school.
Yeah, with some modern day
influences,
historical
yeah.
influences, yeah.
So looking at it outside of a
Very
songwriting
important,
perspective,
yeah.
it's very, we're very interested in the cultures that came before us, and very respectful to sort of show them and showcase them in a new light that people may not have seen or heard of before, in a different aspect of it.
So a bit of a humorous question. What do your parents think of this band?
My mum fucking loves it.
My parents love it too.
Yeah, actually, I think all our parents are,
My dad wants me to play more blues.
that's your dad.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't even know a single note or song of us, so he's out of the question. But yeah, my mother loves it. Mother's been to every single gig that has ever happened, so let that be on tape.
Apart from Melbourne.
Yeah, apart from Melbourne.
In Queensland.
Who's going to fucking drive all the way up there?
Yeah,
Who would drive up there for a gig? Seriously.
What's the best band story you can tell the audience?
My favourite one's just off subject was playing and singing at the same time, and then having the microphone smashed into my mouth, stopping, telling them not to hit the microphone into my mouth because I can't sing and I can't grab the microphone while I'm playing. And then kind of told them off, and then we went back to playing, and I had the microphone smashed in my face again. And that was kind of interesting, because what do you do at that point? You can't grab it while you're playing, and then I don't see Dan coming over and fixing it, adjusting it for me when he's like.
I was gonna spin kick like some company.
I'll pay $20 to see these dudes spin kick. Fuck yeah.